gentle Romans, hear me. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I've come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often tethered to the bone, so let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus has told you Caesar was ambitious. If it was so, it was a grievous fault, and grievously has Caesar answered it. Here under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man. So are they all honorable men. Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus said he was ambitious. And Brutus is an honorable man. He hath brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransom did the general coffers fill. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious? When that the poor have cried, Caesar has wept. Ambition she'll be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus said he was ambitious. And Brutus is an honorable man. You all did Caesar on the Lupercal. I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he did thrice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus said he was ambitious, and sure he is an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withhold you then to mourn for him? Oh, judgment, thou art fletcher Brutus' peace, and men have lost their reasons. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
Methinks there be much reason in his sayings.
If thou consider rightness of this matter, Caesar has done great wrong.
Has he, masters? I fear there will the worst come in his place. Mark ye his words, he would not take the crown. Therefore, 'tis certain he was not ambitious.
If it be so, some will dare abide it.
Poor soul. His eyes are as red as fire with tears.
There's not a nobler man in Rome than Antony. Now mark his words. He begins again to speak.
But yesterday the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. Now lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence. Oh, masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and rage, I should do Brutus wrong and Cassius wrong, who you all know are honorable men. I will not do them wrong. I rather choose to wrong the dead, to wrong myself and you, than I will wrong such honorable men. But here's a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I found in his closet. 'Tis his will. Let but the commons hear this testament, which, pardon me, I do not mean to read. And they would go and kiss dead Caesar's wounds, and dip their napkins in his sacred blood, yea, beg a hair of him for memory, and die mention it within their wills, bequeathing it as a rich legacies onto their issues.
You shall read us the will, Mark Antony.
The will!
The will!
We
Read
will!
it! Read us all the will!
Have patience, gentle friends. I must not read it. It is not meet. You know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stone, but men. And being man, bearing the will of Caesar, it would inflame you, will make you mad. 'Tis good you know not that you are his heirs, for if you should, oh, what would come of it?
Read us the will, Mark Antony.
The
will!
will!
Read it!
Read us the will!
We want to hear the will!
Will you be patient? Will you stay a while? I've overshot myself to tell you of it. I fear I wronged the honorable men whose daggers have stabbed Caesar. Oh, I do fear it.
They were all traitors, honorable men. The will!
The will!
Read
Read
us
it!
the will!
They were villains, murderers. Read us the will. Read it.
The will!
Read us the will!
Read it! The will!
We would like to hear the will.
You will compel me then to read the will? Then make a ring about the corpse of Caesar and let me show you him that wrote the will. Shall I descend and will you give me leave?
Yeah! Yeah!
If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. You all do know this mantle. I remember the first time ever Caesar put it on. It was on a summer evening in his tent. That day he overcame the nervii. Look in this place run Cassius' dagger through. See what a rent the invis casca made. And through this, the well-beloved Brutus stabbed. And as he plucked his curse of steel away, marked how the blood of Caesar followed it. I was rushing out of doors to be resolved if Brutus so unkindly knocked her no. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, oh you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him! This was the most unkindest cut of all. For when the noble Caesar saw him stabbed, ingratitude, more strong than traitor's arm, quite vanquished him. Then burst his mighty heart, and in his mantle muffling up his face, even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while ran blood. Great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there, my countrymen. Then I, and you, and all of us fell down, which bloody treason flourished over us. Oh, now you weep, and I presume you feel the dents of pity. These are grace's drops. Kind souls, what weep you when you but behold our Caesar's vesture wounded? Look you here. Hear him himself marred as you see with traitors!
Oh, pious spectacle.
O noble Caesar,
A woeful day. Oh, traitors, villains.
Oh, most bloody sight.
we will be revenged!
Yeah! Yeah!
Stay, countrymen! Good friends. Sweet friends. Let me not stir you up to such a sudden flood of mutiny. They that have done this deed are honorable. What private griefs they have, alas, I know not, that made them do it. They are wise and honorable, and will no doubt with reasons answer you. I come not, friends, to steal away your hearts. I am no orator as Brutus is, but as you know me all, a plain, blunt man that loved my friend, and that they know full well that gave me public leave to speak of him. For I've neither wit, nor words, nor worth, actions, nor utterance, nor the power of speech to stir men's blood. I only speak right on. I tell you that which you yourselves do know. Show you sweet Caesar's wounds. Poor dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. But were I Brutus, and Brutus Antony, there were an Antony would ruffle up your spirits, and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar's that should move the stones of Rome to rise in mutiny. Hear me, countrymen, yet hear me speak. Why, friends, you go to do you know not what. Wherein has Caesar thus deserved your love? Alas, you know not, I must tell you then. You have forgot the will I told you of.
Caesar's will!
We want to hear it! We will all want to hear Caesar's will!
Here is the will. And under Caesar's seal, to every Roman citizen he gives, to every several man, 75 drachmas!
Yeah! Yeah!
Hear me with patience. Moreover, he hath left you all his walks, his private arbors and newly planted orchards on this side Tiber. He hath left them to you and to your heirs forever. common pleasures to walk abroad and recreate yourselves. Here was a Caesar. When comes such another?
Never, never!
Never, 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 never.